My swing was terrible a year ago. Absolutely terrible. So today, I'm gonna show you what a year ago looked like and what right now looks like, and all the things I've done since my swing teardown back in April to get it to this point, and why once we hit our 1 year mark in April, I think we're gonna be in a really good spot to achieve my ultimate vision for this golf channel. So buckle up, I'm gonna show you the differences between last year and this year at this exact same time. Here we go. All right, so first things first, this is a 4-iron. We're gonna be analyzing 2 4-iron swings, and this is from January of 2024, okay? So I want you to take a look at my setup. From the setup wise, it actually doesn't look overly that bad. Like when you kind of see setup, like actually looks decent. This is where the main problem starts. So actually, I'm gonna play the shot for you, and then I'm gonna break it down. So looks decent ball flight, right? Well, here's where the problem starts. And this is why my swing from this era and what I was doing up till April was just never gonna work for me. And what I've learned through this whole process of why I was so frustrated all the time. And guys, you've seen, I have been putting out nonstop content. One of the things I've said from the beginning of this channel, as it's continued to progress throughout the years, is that once my game gets to a good spot and I'm confident, I'm gonna drop tons of content. I've stuck to that promise. We have a new video every morning at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 a.m. Pacific. The reason why is because I'm so confident in my game because I am no longer doing this. And this is what was causing so many issues. So right here, okay, you see my takeaway. See my arms collapse here at the top. If you look, if I'm gonna pause it here, okay, if I pause it right on this frame, okay, I am like this arm is so in a weird spot and bend. There's so much space here, okay? So there's no structure in the swing. My hands are so close to that lead shoulder, okay? My turn is all right, but look at this space here. There's no connection and there's no structure. So I've whipped my arms back inside. The takeaway is lightning fast. Like, look at this. Look how fast this takeaway is. I just whip it, and like, what are we doing? So I whip it, and as I'm whipping it, you can kind of see too, I roll the club face, like almost like I'm like cupping a little bit. So I'm rolling it because I'm trying to hit a fade, right? So this is also like in the midst of doing all this, I'm trying to hit a fade. I'm opening up the face more at the top. I have no structure and connection. I've whipped it there. And now as I transition down, okay, I'm basically just doing a huge like dump move here, and I'm trying to then shoot way up, okay? Look at this back foot. Like everything's just so in a weird position. My shoulders are already open before I'm even like at impact. And then by the time I get to impact, like my hips and my shoulders are open. And I'm throwing it at the target because this is my attempt at trying to hit like a draw with a 4-iron, okay? My back foot is stalled, right? So my hips have gone, but I'm not actually pushing and turning everything. I'm just spinning out, okay? That's what this is. And then my release point, look at how high my release point is. Like I'm throwing my hands up in the air to just try and hoist the ball. So the combination of all these things, I'm just throwing myself at this golf ball, like just absolutely chucking my entire existence right at this. Set up and boom. And what that led to is a very high floaty ball flight. If you remember this time last year, right, I was actually decently accurate, but I was losing a ton of distance. And I couldn't really hit my driver and my wedges weren't very good. This is why that swing never translated. Is because like when you whip it inside like that and you're so compressed at the top, you have zero chance of generating the right kind of power. And then as I'm coming down, I'm trying to hit a fade, I am spinning. And in this case, I'm trying to hit the draw, so I'm correcting it with my hands. No way was I gonna have any level of success with this. And that's the crux of kind of why that swing didn't work, right? That's terrible. So now let's fast forward to my current swing. So this is from the other day. So first off, setup just looks a touch more athletic. I think in the other one, like if I pull the other one up here, right, just so we have it as reference, right, if I pull the other one up, like the setup's not too dissimilar. I would just say like my back, it's a different angle. It's a different angle, but I'm slightly more over, like hunched over in the old swing. If you look at the new swing, set up, you know, quite athletic, grip looks good. As I pull it away, you're gonna look here, okay? Look at that structure, right? There's so much good things going on there versus if I immediately flip back to my old one, there's just so much space here. There's a world of space. This, much less space. And as a factor of that lesser amount of space, there's less space here too. That lead elbow, right? Look at that. There's like, you could fit everything. If I was trying to put a head cover under that, it would fall out immediately. Okay? And then because I have all that structure and connection, as I pivot down, the swing, like the club's in a good spot, and boom. Much more square at impact. And look at the club face exit, right? It's not as low, and the height is being generated by good impact conditions. I would say too, on this, my previous swing, if you look at it, my attack angle on this was probably like half a degree, maybe even a degree up on the ball, right? Whereas with this swing, my new swing, if you look at it here, the club comes in and boom, I'm probably like 2 to 4 down. And I'll play it for you so you can hear, so you can see kind of the full swing action. And that's a high draw with some shape, with actually some ball speed to it, not high and floaty. And if we go back to it, like that's going absolutely nowhere. This was going absolutely nowhere. So these are just kind of simple things. And if you saw my kind of how I practice video, right? These are the things I'm working on constantly. Like I am constantly just working on the structure, connection, and that pivot, right? Like if you look at my leg work too, like my legs aren't stalled. My back leg isn't stalled anymore like it was in the other swing. Like my back leg is actually pushing through, right? Because if I'm going to pull up here, like look at my back leg. It's completely stalled out. It's like I'm dragging behind. There's actually no push in my hips whatsoever. So I'm not even using any of that power, which is crazy. Let's show you a little driver too. We'll do a quick driver comparison. All right, so here's a quick look at driver. So I'll show you this here. So this is my driver swing from exactly a year ago. Same kind of issues. I'm manufacturing a fade by spinning out, okay? So look at this. As I whip back, okay? So whipping it back, look at this world of space. This arm is not straight. There is just, you can fit a Walmart in there, okay? There's nothing going on. Then, as I come down, I'm aggressively shallowing it, throwing myself up, back leg is completely stalled, and I'm wide open at impact. Wide open at impact, and I completely spin out. See how I spin out entirely? And so what I was doing is I was using this as a mechanism to completely wipe across the ball, and that's how I was generating my fade. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. So now if we fast forward to today, look at this takeaway, okay? First of all, much more on plane. And then right here, look at this position at the top, okay? You can't see that gap. That tricep is glued to that lat. This arm is so much straighter and is along the shoulder line, okay? Club face is in a good position. And then watch as I come down. Look at the plane of the club, okay? So I'm not aggressively shallowing it like I was kind of dipping under. Like if you look at here, right? I'm going to aggressively shallow it and it like dips way too low. I'm like going this way with it to then wipe across. We don't love that. This is in a good spot, and then watch as I come through. First of all, at impact, like let's go. Look at this. Look at this, okay? Back leg is installed, nice and like, I'm a little more open because I'm hitting a fade, but square-er, and I don't spin out of the ball. I plant that left leg and hit it. And so that leads to, you know, if you see this one, like sick, down the middle. That's just so much better. And like, look at the finishing position as well, right? As I come through, like club face is in a good spot, release is in a good spot. My right leg is actually like turned and not stalled. So I'm actually using more of my body. So anyway, this is the difference, you know, this new path has made. And when I talked about back in April, when I was kind of down and sad and kind of realized the road ahead of me, I had envisioned that I can swing like this. Like, this is the type of player I've always envisioned myself being. And so I just made this video because I'm excited. And I hope you guys can feel that excitement. And I hope you can feel the difference in me, in the content, and in everything. Because this is what has caused that difference. Like, that previous swing and the previous things I was doing were straight up like making me depressed. Like, I knew there was something wrong and I didn't know how to fix it. And so I'm just really happy to be on a path now where we're fixing these things. And we're seeing tons of improvement. Like, do I still have a long way to go? Absolutely. But now I'm on the right path towards figuring that out, and that is incredible feeling. And I'm really enjoying this new era of the channel and this new era of my swing and all the cool stuff that's coming with it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Join me on my golf journey to become a professional golfer, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.